It says, price.
I wonder if I'm going to be coming back here.
A family mausoleum. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap. No reason to go.
Oh yeah, I'll be coming back here.
I'm sorry for your
bloody
loss.
hell.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from the 7 big ones?
I simply meant that we are all sinful creatures, child. I hope to see you at the church.
Don't get your hopes up, buddy.
I already kind of
I'll
don't
pray
like
for
him.
you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
Grandma's house. Let's go.
Grandma, anybody home? A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds. Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley. Cute red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think. This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently. Dog fighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff. An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Probably used recently.
Yes, I am going to look
Never
at
seen this around. Grandpa must have used it towards the end.
and like touch everything because it's an adventure game. You never know what you're going to need.
A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed. It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner. Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not. These should come in handy when...
Anything else to mess around with in here besides the phone and phone book? Table lamp,
A small table.
which I can't use. So, let's go to the living room. Why not?
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come, have a seat. We have so much to talk about. So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my 2nd year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon, then?
Mom is... I had her committed to a place where she could get some real help. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. In spite of everything that happened when she took you away.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what.
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first. All dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word. Forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. It must have had something to do with the war.
What do the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch, but the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
I don't want to
I'm probably done here.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
I'm not done yet.
Nah, Grandma has prepared nice leather chair. Freckles, the old farm cat, used to love that thing. I used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets. Grandpa and me, we had this game where he would hide pennies around the house and I would go on a treasure hunt. Never in the attic, though. I thought it was too scary up there. A robust Pete. Grandpa in his Air Force uniform looks to be in his early 20s. Planes. There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window. A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it. A decent size. I remember playing with that. An intricate toy airplane with.
I think we're about done here. I'm still gonna go look upstairs though.
I shouldn't
Or I'm not gonna go look upstairs. Gonna go for a ride to the sheriff's station.
Land of the free. Not their peak hour. A bunch of cops lining up for a photo. A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably supposed to be somewhere in Europe. A medieval fort.
Alright, same thing.
Hey, Sheriff.
Various notices
deal with
and
that
a
bum?
wanted poster.
What bum?
The one in the cell.
Oh, I thought it was with you.
Well, shit.
Might be something you.
Might be. Let's talk to the cop. Well, let's look at him
Some
first.
young cop. Looks a bit familiar. Hi.
Hello.
Do I have to commit a crime to get your attention? Because I seriously will.
Ma'am, I'm really... Hey, wait.
I'm pretty sure
Yes, I do. You're Kathy. Kathy Rain.
my reputation precedes me, in a kind of but not totally creepy way.
Aw, come on. It's me, Lenny. Lenny Marks.
I'm drawing.
Really?
Not
Darn. Well,
I wanted to ask if you know.
I really don't know much. The sheriff may have more information, but even he probably doesn't know anything that isn't in the report. It happened before either of us worked here.
Okay, I think I'll.
Sure thing.
What's.
I think it's a nice...
I don't know.
Yeah, I get your point.
If you say. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Dude, good old adventure gaming. Let's look around at everything
Just some
first.
photo.
Let me in then.
Just some photo. Just some. A photo of the sheriff shaking. Probably the mayor. A gold medal of some kind. Just some photo.
Apparently it doesn't want me to look at those
How's
photos.
the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
That's no good. We're gonna have to cancel lunch today.
Again? Oh, man.
Your motivation shouldn't be limited by your growling stomach, Lenny.
If you say so, boss.
That must be the sheriff. He looks grumpy.
He sounds grumpy too.
Hello, Sheriff. Do you have a moment?
Not really.
Do you know what happened?
He had a stroke in the woods.
If that's all there is.
It was just standard procedure. A general occurrence report always has to be filed.
I see.
No, I haven't been in town for long. Man sure has one hell of a reputation, though. It's been over a decade since he was put in that wheelchair, and people still talk about the man he used to be. It's like he was a cult leader or something.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Could be, but you know what they say. Things too good to be true usually are.
Could I have a look at that report?
Absolutely not.
Why not? I thought filed police reports are public record.
Not in this state, they ain't.
But
You consider yourself fam.
it's complicated.
Guess what's complicated? Not to mention
Lenny, a little help?
Well, boss, she is his grand...
Don't you think I know? Am I the only one in here?
Too much coffee?
You want to see the...
Oh, cuff me, officer. Spare me the torment of your rhetorical questions and veiled threats.
Just follow the rules.
Fine.
To no real surprise, the sheriff is kind of a dick. I'm gonna talk to Lenny.